Hey, I'm A.T. Sharma, and I'm the writer and director of Hypnotica.
Hi, my name is Adam Johnson. I play Oliver Reese in Hypnotica, and you're watching Kings of Horror. What is my favorite horror film? That's a good one. Oh man, it's hard because when I was little, I was terrified of Poltergeist. It was terrifying. Just, first of all, clown under the bed. I mean, that's just horrible. And shoot, I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen Poltergeist, wasn't it? Wasn't there something of somebody going into the wall or something like that? I don't know. And then like disappearing, like using some rope or something, trying to like stay tethered to the real world. Terrifying. That was just, oh my gosh. But then there was the movie Skeleton Key. I don't know if you guys remember that movie. I like, you know, when you watch a horror movie and like, oh, they kind of resolve some things and then, you know, you feel good about it. That doesn't happen in Skeleton Key. And I remember thinking just like, I mean, those guys had their bodies swapped and then they were just screwed. That was pretty upsetting. But let me say this. Most recently, my favorite thing I've seen was It Follows. To me, the concept is just so terrifying. Just that there's this entity out there that's slowly coming after you nonstop. It's so freaky. That one blew my mind. That was pretty amazing. So that's probably currently top of the list. When I was a kid, Poltergeist, Skeleton Key, however long ago that was. Does this say how many of my top three? I don't know. But It Follows. So good.
My favorite horror movie, let me go work backwards. So my favorite horror movie is probably, like, I love The Witch, Robert Eggers' movie. I think he's a massive talent. It's just so well done, so specific and precise. And I loved Hereditary. I couldn't believe Hereditary. Couldn't believe how good it was. Everything about it, the acting, the execution, the organizing of it. So, and then going back, one of the movies that scared me the most was Carrie. I couldn't sleep for nights after watching Carrie. And then there's a lot of other amazing movies, Rosemary's Baby, The Omen, just incredible films.
Oh my gosh. That's a good question. My favorite type of food is Mexican food. I love a good taco, taquito, a bean and cheese burrito, carne asada burrito, tostada. I mean, some good enchiladas. Tamale never hurt anybody. Horchata's nice. Jamaica is good. Boy, there's just so many things to choose from. Melted cheese, basically, with something crispy or soft. I mean, you can't go wrong with Mexican food. It's so good. I like it. I like it a little spicy, not too spicy. But my favorite meal, like my one favorite meal, would have to be my mom's roast beef, mashed potatoes and gravy, and peas. You can't forget the peas. You gotta get the mashed potatoes, and you get a big pile of them. We usually have mashed potatoes and gravy, you know, with turkey for Christmas and Thanksgiving. I don't have a problem with that. Massive pile. My brother Brad and I, we just go hard for the potatoes. Get the gravy in there, and you scoop the peas in there. You make like a little lake of potatoes filled with gravy, peas in top. In top. I get so excited I forget I use English. Right on top, inside. Oh, it's so good. Dang, I'm getting hungry right now. Dang it.
Yeah, probably Gentleman Jack Bourbon, I would say. This is what gets me through tough times.
Let's see. Interesting fact about me is I am fluent in Spanish. I lived in Argentina for 2 years when I was 19. That was very cool. I'm going to give you a bonus interesting fact. Never broken a bone in my body. Probably indestructible. I don't know. If someone wants to try that out, test it out, you know. Maybe don't do that. Or surprise me, you know. I guess just, well, we'll see what happens.
There's nothing, I can't think of anything too interesting about me. Hopefully my movies are interesting. Let's leave it at that.
Probably the biggest lesson I learned on Hypnotica is that you can really create a cool story with very few people and just a good script and some, you know, talented people. Adult, just, you know, this was kind of a script that came about pretty quickly. And I mean, it was a small, as you could see, it was a small cast, but just his creativity just really created these really interesting and creepy elements that I think really makes the film work. So hats off to Adol for being able to pull that off and doing this. The other lesson I learned is what he learned when he tried to stick a real life needle in my arm. There's a scene where they want to draw my blood, and I love movie magic, you know, I love the smoke and mirrors of it all. And so when he told me about it, that they're gonna draw my blood, I'm like, oh cool. And so in this scene, when they draw the blood, what's that needle? Is it just like what the needle collapses? It like folds in so you can't, you know, so it looks real? And for those of you who don't know, he's a real ER doctor, and he goes, oh no, I'm gonna have one of my nurses draw your blood on camera. And I'm like, I don't like needles. And so I was quite surprised. and so I'm like, cool. Yeah, that sounds great. I'm always trying to overcome my fear of needles. So I gave this a shot, and we tried it, and they stuck it in my arm. So I'm like, so you want me to like try to be looking off, like kind of cool guy? And he's like, no, look right at it. Which was the worst thing to do, because like we tried it once and the blood started coming out. And I'm like, okay, cool, let's be cool. And then it stopped coming out. And so the nurse, she goes, cut. I almost cut her for ruining that take. Not really, she was very sweet, but they wanted to do it again. I'm like, okay. And then they look at me, and I was pale as a ghost. And we didn't do it again. So, not a huge fan of needles. I don't know. I'm working on it. I'm open to becoming better. But that was a lesson for everybody.
Pay a lot of attention to detail. There's no such thing as a detail too small, and the devil is in the detail, especially in this film.